I want to give a recognition to a team from Broward County that is not just the Florida Panthers, because they are in the midst of Game 5 tonight, but I want to do a preview, and I want to give some recognition to a city of Fort Lauderdale that they deserves. My name is Miami TVG, and for now, as I do this content, I also want to give recognition to another great city of Fort Lauderdale. And if you are aware, which some of you probably are not aware, but for those who are aware, we have a soccer team up in Fort Lauderdale, and pretty soon they're going to have a professional men's team in the USL League. They have a women's team called Fort Lauderdale United, and they play in the area called Davie. That's it. That's where the university, Nova Southeastern University, is. They are the Sharks, and that school. And unrelated notes, that school, one of the best basketball schools in South Florida, one of the best, and it's Division II, because they won in the last couple of seasons. I think they won 2 national titles that season. So once more with that great university, Nova Southeastern University. But the team that plays there, Fort Lauderdale United, they're in the championship, and they're going against the state rival, Tampa Bay Sun. It is tonight at Riverfront Stadium, Tampa, Florida. That is, I believe it's in St. Petersburg. No, it's in Tampa. You're right. We go to their area against them. History in the making. First ever. This is the inaugural USL Super League Championship. Inaugural. One of the Florida teams has to win it tonight, and hopefully for us, it is Fort Lauderdale United. Now, let me comment on one thing. I'm wearing the Inter Miami jersey, and I misplaced the jersey. I actually have a blue Fort Lauderdale United jersey. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna find it. I will find it. And when I do find it, I'm going to wear it. And hopefully, we see the ladies win it all for the great area of South Florida and the great city of Fort Lauderdale. I love Miami. Miami is my favorite place. But Fort Lauderdale is also a really nice city. And that's where really, if I have to confess, that's where I spend most of my time in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale. I used to live in Fort Lauderdale, and X, Y, and Z. But to know that one of the South Florida teams also in the finals, not just the Florida Panthers, but Fort Lauderdale United in the championship against Tampa Bay Sun. They go to Tampa Bay. They go to Tampa Bay Sun to try to conquer what was the first time ever in the USL Super League Championship. So I'm gonna go ahead and come and look at not the championship. My goodness. There we go. Standings. You motherfucker. Standings. Broad standings. Why is this doing it to me? There we go. Fort Lauderdale in 4th in the standings. Tampa Bay Sun 2nd in the standings. And the way how they get there, Fort Lauderdale had to get through some pretty tough competition of Carolina. Carolina, one of the best teams. They're number 1. They were number 1 in the Super League, and Fort Lauderdale with an improbable upsets to get to the championship, man. And this team was good, and the fact is that they were this good. They're that good to start the franchise. See, I went to the home opener, and even though there was rain, I feel like the vibes were good. It wasn't sold out by any means, but that stadium was it was upgraded for that soccer standards, and I think they're gonna use that for Nova Southeastern University as well. I don't really know, but you know what though? They renovated that stadium, and the vibe was really good. People were friendly. The prices were reasonable. The university itself was pretty cool. And I love the atmosphere, and you know what though? I love the stadium, and I love the outside of the stadium. And they have that Miami Dolphins logo on it, I believe. So the vibe was pretty good. But Fort Lauderdale, when they make the playoffs, they had to go up against Carolina Ascent FC, if I said it right. And Fort Lauderdale had to make that comeback, and they had to win in the extras, I believe, to get to the championship. Tampa Bay Sun, number two in the USL Super League. They made it to the playoffs. They played against Dallas Trinity FC, 2-1 in that series, and saw a remarkable upset for Fort Lauderdale, and they are playing against Fort Lauderdale. So Tampa Bay versus Fort Lauderdale. So I'm just curious, where does Tampa Bay Sun play? I know they say Tampa Bay Sun, but the Rays also play. The Rays also play at the in St. Petersburg, Riverfront James Big Jim Williams Stadium. So it's Riverfront Stadium. That's actually in the Tampa area. Interesting. That looks like a pretty nice. That looks like a cool stadium, Tampa. Really nice. You know what? I thought about going to Tampa, and I regret not going. To be honest, I really regret not going. I wanted to go to the baseball game, but in some ways I'm kind of glad I didn't. In some ways I'm not glad. Anyway, off topic. That's where they're going to be playing, Riverfront Stadium. It's not the same stadium that I believe the Rowdies, right? They have the Rowdies team in St. Petersburg, I believe. I think. I could be wrong. I don't follow Tampa sports by any means, but I'm pretty sure they played at St. Petersburg. And you know, a fun fact I should share with you all. We have Miami FC, which everybody knows this, but there's a player named Jasmine Hammond, if I said so correctly. Her brother plays for Miami FC, Bill Hammond. Isn't that crazy? It's pretty cool. But anyway, the preview for tonight, the Fort Lauderdale United versus Tampa Bay Suns at Riverfront Stadium in Tampa, Florida is tonight, 7:30 p.m. alongside the Florida Panthers Game 5, and this is also too why I'm wearing this jersey. I'm going to do a preview of that as soon as this video is over. How to watch this game? If you have Peacock, use it tonight if you are able to. If you don't want to watch it, totally fine. I am going to watch this game along with the Florida Panthers. I'm hoping I can find that blue jersey. I'm so angry that I can't find that jersey, but I will find it. All right, I will find it, and hopefully I can find it by tonight. If not, I'm going to wear this jersey. I will wear this jersey tonight as well as another game tonight which I will preview right after this upload. So that's going to do it for this one. I am sorry that I have been MIA. I kind of wanted to take a step back, and I think after the Stanley Cup final, I might take a little bit of a step back. I'm still going to finish Inter Miami. I'm going to finish the Inter Miami season because it is once a week, sometimes twice a week matchups, but I'm going to make a separate video when the time comes. Not because of the fact that what's been happening with Stanley Cup final, but just a mental health thing, you know. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Fort Lauderdale United, defend the fort. Good luck tonight. Bring the championship to Fort Lauderdale, man. You got this. Let's go, ladies, and I'm rooting for you tonight. Anyway, man, that's going to do it, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on. Everybody, have a splendid day.